Okay, Sagittarius, this is going to be your reading for spirituality for the fall of 2025. Here we go. First card for you from the Gaia deck is 10-9 Knowledge. We may be taking in a lot of knowledge in our sphere at this time, trying to discern all that is coming in. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. The forefront here is going over knowledge, reading the book of knowledge and trying to assess and drive our way forward. That's really what I'm getting here. So that's your first energy, and they're showing me that apple in the background. It's like we're being taught. There's a teacher here trying to guide us through, and it may be our guides trying to gain us knowledge from the universal flow. Okay, next card that we have from the guide deck, 5, 6, 7, the Sage. The Sage is the elder. The wisdom comes with age, this kind of thing. That's what the Sage is about, gaining the wisdom so that we are in an energy where we are more prepared to take intelligent action, is what they're saying. Wise old owl, lone wolf, this kind of thing. And the books are here. We, in the present moment, we've read some books here that have informed us of the information that we feel wiser to go forward with. This is good. Taking in of knowledge and utilizing that to go forth in our future. And as we head to the future card of the Gaia deck, what do we get? The 5 of Earth. Okay. Unfortunately, we dip into the dark side of things here. We may have learned something in our path here that has helped us become more manipulative. We're able to take things from people easier through these keys here. We may be utilizing information in order to go in the wrong ways. Okay, let's get the second row here as we get into the Mucha deck. We had a gaining of knowledge here. What's the clarification card from the Mucha deck? We have 10, 9, the Hermit. Yeah, there's really a sense of darkness here, hiding from darkness to illuminate. Now, it's interesting because I do get a sense of illuminating to the light, but in the future, we end up getting trapped in some darkness here. Let's see where that goes. The Hermit is isolating the self in order to gain knowledge, right? And the knowledge is that glowing star going outward. And I mean, we can use that knowledge for good or bad, and this is the sense, right? So as we move into the present, that's our past, gaining knowledge on the secret, on the down low. I feel like we're not sharing that with anyone, and we're intentively gaining knowledge to do harm is the sense. Now, the 7, the Sage, what do we get on top of there? Because the Sage talks about wisdom, and like an elder has wisdom to gain and share with others. What do we get on top of there from the Mucha deck? We get the 4 of Cups. Okay. Interesting. It's basically we're offering you knowledge, but there's a reluctance to take the knowledge unless it has to do with what we're dipping into. Now, give me a moment here. I don't know if we're going to reverse this because we're right in the middle of the reading now. Sorry for that background noise. That's just wind from outside, if you can hear that. 4 of Cups is not wanting, not being contented, not happy with what you have. And it's weird because it's like we're gaining information and flow, and they're giving me the sense it's good flow, but we're not happy with it. So we may not be happy with what we've learned. And if we got this manipulation card in the future, it may mean that we're going to manipulate what we've learned to suit us. Not for the highest good of everyone involved, but for the highest good of us alone. And that means someone's going to be left out of the mix. This is not good. This is a flipping of energy. This would be manipulating energy to suit us only. Not thinking of others. Okay. Wow. On top of that, 5 of earth. Again, this 5 of earth element usually means we take from others what is not ours. And we steal things that aren't truly given. So we're taking and not from a good core. So on top of that card, what do we get? We get, 6, 17, 18, the moon card. And the moon card is about secrets. Yeah, and I do get that secretive energy when I go into the hermit. There's a sense I'm learning about things, but I'm not going to tell. It's that devious energy, right? I'm learning. But if you're truly learning good things, you'd have the ability to share. You'd want to go outward and share it, not hoard it to yourself and whatever. And this is the sense I'm getting. It's like I'm gonna keep that to myself, and I'm gonna manipulate things to suit me, because I'm gonna learn to gain what I want. And for the highest good of all, I don't care. It's got to suit me. Woo, that's heavy, not good. And the moon element, there's things you're not going to see here. Even though we're not seeing straight, there's things we're not going to see coming either. It may be on the level of learning lessons. Okay? Now, as we go, this one hit me sideways. Didn't expect that one. 9 of the hermit, the 9. Again, I feel like we're hoarding this knowledge that we've learned, and we're going to use it to manipulate our future. Now, this is past energy. The Curious Creatures card to lighten things up a bit. We have the devil on there. Would you look at that? Oh no, we're not lightening it up. We're doing it intentively, and we're doing it vindictively, and we're doing it to punish somebody. We're going forward in devil energy. Yeah, there's no mistaking here. We're not in delusion. We know exactly what we're doing, and we're going to go outward and hurt someone here deliberately is the sense. Okay, now we have this energy wrapped up within us, but we are free to leave it. This is our past. Now as we move into the present, we have the sage. There's a sense of learning, but I think we're learning the wrong traits here. Like that, we're taking in energy that is one-sided. We're not thinking of a bigger picture here. The 4 of Cups is really, we may be learning about things and disregarding that which we truly need to move forward in wisdom. What do we get on top of that 4 of Cups? We get the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, juggling the line is what they said. We're juggling that line. We're trying to balance to look good, but we're going to do bad. This is what I'm getting. So we're masking a devious self is what I'm getting. Okay. Let's get through this. As we go into the future where we actually go out and do devious things, the moon is here not only to symbolize that we're going to try and do this and get away with it undercover. The moon always, it's always the darkest of night, but it's always illuminated by the sun coming up. Even though we're not of the sun will illuminate this in our world. The creature card we get on top of that is the Chariot. It's going quickly forward into our devious energy. I feel like we think speed will help us here. Yeah, the sense here is we're just going forward deviously with mal intent is what they said. And we don't truly understand the consequence of our actions. And that is basically the moon card here. There's a big lesson that needs to be learned here. Going outward in devilish energy of vindictiveness and spite and, a lot of negativity here is what I'm getting. Now, there's a point here where we're gaining knowledge, but we're utilizing that knowledge, manipulating that knowledge to harm others, which is not good. Wow. What do? This is their choice, right? You can do that or not do that. And this one's doing that. So, the divine animal card to shut this down, we have the fierceness, that fire element. These fire elements, they are fierce. They can be, and they can go out in vengeance quite heavily, and this one is prepared to do that. In fact, they're going quickly into a zone here where things will blow. And this line, what the Two of Pentacles, what they're trying to balance, the Devil and going forward, I'll say this is just not what you expect around the corner. The Wolverine is here. That could be an opponent, or it could be just us in fierce energy going forward to gain what we want at the expense of everyone else. And when we do this, there are karmic, energetic frequencies that arise that we may not see coming. We've had a long history of hiding knowledge away from people and using it against them, flipping things around. We like to flip that. You don't talk about me, I'm talking about you. You act, and we're trying to throw things daggers at people, and we don't understand the greater dynamic here of healing, internal healing. We may not be able to look at the self and understand why we feel so angry towards others. None of this is being seen here. I don't know what's coming for you, but it's coming. And they're not showing me, which is probably a good thing, because then I can emphasize it. But I do know that the energy that we are in is very masking. We're trying to be seen as righteous on the outside and doing manipulative things on the inside. And I think maybe what we won't see is the fact that this ain't going to be pulled off. Because nobody's seeing us as, well, there might be some people that are fairly distant. But we won't be able to, because our nastiness is showing more than our goodness, because that's what we're of. And people are raising their vibrational frequency. This person thinks I'm raising my frequency, nobody else is raising, but they are. Everyone else is gaining more abilities in such a way as well. And they don't use them for bad, and they won't use them to harm. And these people will not be in any illusion as to where you sit. And as they see that, that may be the thing that you come across. Again, the Devil carries an energy. You can clearly walk out that door. When you look at this Devil energy, those doors are open. You can walk out anytime you want. You can drop that chip on your shoulder anytime you want. But we refuse to do so. We get great pleasure from what we do and flipping gears on people, making other people enemies, because there's something within us we have not healed, obviously, but also the fact that we feel if we hurt people, we will feel better, but we will soon realize that that's an endless wheel of darkness that just keeps spinning back on ourselves. We don't understand that yet, and that's a lesson we'll be learning, or maybe not learn. We may not learn it. We may just take it in and then spit it out at others. They're showing me, like, at the fair you have those light shows, and it's like a spinning firework that just shoots out balls everywhere. It's shooting outward all the time. It's just in bad energy. This is not supported where we go here in the future. Spitting out bad energy, it's not supported. So not only will we not be able to hide that or veil that the way we think we are, but we will be called on it, and again be forced to learn lessons. But again, if there's no want there, if there's no inner core, we got a lot of negative energy here, a lot of harsh energy that needs to be dealt with, and there's no looking at the self to do this, so we will not gain headway out of it. So this is where we sit, in fierce energy going outward towards others in vengeance, and it's just not supported. That's not supported. So we essentially will be limited to surrounding ourselves with people exactly like us, which we're not going to like. But this is how we need to learn. It's going to get to the point where we are isolated by people exactly like us. And we will be more frustrated and more frustrated. But until we look at the self and change it, we're going to stay in that mode. So this is the thing that is coming for you, is that energy. It's the splitting. Like if you're talking about splitting of the worlds, this person's on one side and then the good people are on the other. This is a bad core. Sorry, but this is what I'm getting. So we're going headlong into this negative energy, and that's where we're headed. So I don't have much more to say about that. I don't want to talk about negativity all day. Someone gets a thrill out of making other people mad. It actually fuels them in some kind of energetic way, and they have to learn that that's not the right way. And they have to learn to come from heart and compassion, and they may not have theirs built in this way. So therefore, they will be in and amongst others of the same frequency until they realize their mistake there. So, Sag, that's a heavy one. Take care, have fun, and be kind. I don't think you'll be having too much fun in this frequency, but if you're of Devil energy, they get thrills out of different stuff. So take care and be kind.